Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our lecture number 3. The title of this chapter is Effective Interest Rate. It is a part of time value of money. What is interest? The additional amount of money that anybody pays back when he borrows money or that he receives when he invests money. It is generally known to the people. Simple interest is paid or received only on the original amount that you borrow or invest, and not on any interest that has accrued. The amount of simple interest denoted by I is equal to P and R, where I is equal to interest, P is the principal amount, N is the number of periods. These may be generally years and maybe in months. R is the rate of interest. Future sum. It is also called amount. It is denoted by S. The total amount which is equal to the original amount plus interest at a point of time. That is, S is equal to principal amount plus interest. It is I is equal to PNR, I is equal to PNR, or S is equal to principal plus interest. Now the example of simple interest. Mr. Kashif invests rupees 5,000 at 12% simple interest per annum. Find the amount of interest in 5 years. What Kashif will have after 5 years? Solution. The amount of interest I is equal to PNR. P means principal amount 5,000. 12% and for 5 years. It comes to rupees 3,000. Now the sum at the end of 5 years. S is equal to P plus PNR. It is the principal amount and this is the interest. I is equal to PNR. Principal amount is 5,000 and interest is 3,000. It is equal to 8,000. Now the compound interest. When interest accrues both upon the unpaid interest of past periods and on original amount, it is called compound interest. The formula for calculating the future sum is S is equal to P into 1 plus R raised to the power N, where P is original sum invested, R is equal to interest rate, and N is equal to number of periods, and S is equal to sum after 5 periods. Here is an example of compound interest. Naveed invests rupees 10,000 at 12% per annum. Find the amount in 3 years. Also find the amount of interest. Solution. Sum or future sum is equal to principal amount into 1 plus R raised to the power N. By putting the values, principal amount is 10,000, rate is 12%, and it is for 3 years. When we calculate this comes to rupees 14,049 and paisa 28. If we want to calculate the interest, future sum minus the original amount invested is equal to 14,049.28 paisa minus 10,000. It comes to rupees 4,049 rupees and paisa 28. Now what is a future value? The value at a later date of a given sum or given money that is left at compound interest is known as future value of a given sum. Present value. The value at an earlier date. It was at later date. It is earlier date of a given sum or given money discounted at compound interest is known as the present value of a given sum or given money. Effective interest rate. It is the main topic of this lecture. Effective annual interest rate, EAR, is the interest rate that is adjusted for compounding over a given period. You can understand it in this way. It is the equivalent annual rate of interest when compounding of interest is done at shorter interval than 1 year. For example, quarterly compounding, semi-annually compounding, monthly compounding is known as an effective annual rate of interest. Importance of effective annual interest rate. Businesses make comparison of loan costs and investment returns over different compounding periods. For comparison, we need common basis. Therefore, we distinguish between nominal and effective annual rate. The stated or nominal rate is the contractual rate settled between lender and buyer. The effective annual interest rate is the annual rate of interest actually paid or earned. The effective annual interest rate shows the effect of compounding frequency, how much the frequency of compounding in 1 year. But the nominal annual rate does not. Effective annual rate is equal to 1 plus I over m raised to the power m minus 1. This is the formula of effective annual rate, where I is equal to nominal annual rate, m is equal to compounding frequency. How many times in 1 year the compounding is done? The example is Fateh Ali wishes to find the effective annual rate associated with an 8% nominal annual rate when interest is compounded annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly. Annual compounding. The formula is 1 plus I, the nominal interest rate, which is given as 8% over 1, because compounding is 1 in 1 year, minus 1. The formula is applied in this way. When we calculated this, when we divided 0.08 by 1, it remains 0.08. When power is 1, therefore it will remain the same. Minus 1, it is 0.08, it is equal to 8%. When semi-annual, 2 times in the year, divide by 2 and raise to the power 2, divided by m and raise to the power minus 1. This comes to 8.16%. The same way, the quarterly compounding 4 times in the year. Now we will divide the rate by 4 and the power will be also 4. It comes to 8.24%. And when we compounded monthly in 12 times in a year, it comes to 8.34%. When the compounding frequency increases, the annual rate also increases. Now the topic of continuous compounding. Compounding may be extended to continuous compounding, that is compounding over every microsecond. The interest factor equation is, you see that first of all we compounded it semi-annually, quarterly, then monthly, and now the continuous over every microsecond. This equation is developed by the mathematicians. Future value at n years, compounding, continuous compounding, present value into e raised to the power I into n, where FV means future value, PV means present value, I is the annual interest, n is the number of years, and e is the exponential function whose value is 2.7183. Now the example, Chetar deposited rupees 100 in an account paying 12% compounded continuously. Find the value of account at the end of year 4. Now putting the values, future value at year 4, continuous compounding, present value into e raised to the power I into n, putting the value of present value, it is 100, e is equal to 2.7183, I the interest rate is 12%, and n is the 4. It comes to 100 into 12 into 4, it comes to 0.48. When we calculated its power, it comes to 1.61608. Multiplying by 100, it is rupees 161.608, that is 161.61 rupees.